Hi, everyone. My name's Lau Guzmán. I'm here with Jenik, and we're here to talk about his poem, Midnight Darlings. Hi, Jenik. Tell us, did you always like to write poetry?
Oh yeah. I just never thought that it was that convincing.
How do you mean convincing?
Like a lot of people can rhyme, a lot of people can make metaphors and similes, but I feel like when I write poetry, I'm not just making a witty remark or a limerick or something that just sounds like it rhymes and it's nice. It's it was something that I wholeheartedly believed in every word that I said. Like to me it was normal. Like I was just like, oh, I just do this. Like I just write, I
Mm,
just think like this, and it's like every day for me. And when I was reading it to Charlie and to my class, it was kind of like everyone would just like stand there and be silent and be like and I'm over here like, really? Not that I'm like skeptical, but like strange.
you say that your poetry comes out of your life, so I think our readers would be a little bit interested in just hearing about the story behind Midnight Darlings.
Oh yeah, that's like a very like touching story for me because mm, being a gay man or a gay person really, um, a part of the LGBTQ plus community, um, you meet you don't have a lot of like permanent people in your life. You don't have, like your families to support you or those very immediate um bonds. And Midnight Darlings was a way for me im- to signalize the importance and and immortalize these these people, these friends that I've made my family. Um, there's many parts in the poem where I think you could see that's apparent. Um,
Yeah.
like when I say waving, shifting stories,
Yeah, yeah.
it's like they're flaunting that thing that makes them them. Because this was during the time of coronavirus. I wrote this back in sometime after June, and
Yeah.
um, it was interesting having to see that these people that I had made my family, that I had known for so long, and we would go out and do drag and hang out in the village. Like we couldn't do that anymore. And when I said, well, when I opened the poem with "There's a big red star circling the creek,"
Hmm.
there was that is actually where I was when I was writing that piece. Like there's this place in Brooklyn and Coney Island, and if you go into this back part of the park, there's this very specific, beautiful view of the horizon, um, the Verrazano, my bad, and a horizon of Staten Island, and then you have like actually Coney Island and Seagate, and it's just such a beautiful sight. And there's this lighthouse that was there, and it was just a red light that just always, it never stopped, just kept going and going and going. And all I could think was, I remember telling everybody, you're in the right place when you see the lighthouse, because
Oh,
you could
yeah,
always see the light
definitely.
from one spot only.
Yeah, there's this line in the poem that I meant to ask you about. It's the fifth line, I think. Line so brighten smiles, sharing twisted, bended realities, glories, and newfound safe havens for midnight darlings. I wanted to ask you about that. Like, what does that line mean to you?
That line means like survival to me because a lot of us like I guess this is the same for anybody, will always say that, you know I'm fine, everything's fine. And then twisted smiles, that's where that goes into, because there can like it's like forcing something, I guess. um and that's what goes hand in hand with the bended realities. Like like to some people we can't be genuine with our feelings and with our thoughts, but around each other it's such a beautiful thing. And that the newfound glories is the creek and the lighthouse, and it's like a safe haven for us when we couldn't go to our bars or our drag shows or just our safe spaces.
Yeah. My last question, just to end this interview, is what piece of advice would you give another young writer?
Poetry isn't just about rhyming. Going back to what I said earlier, sometimes the most beautiful sound piece doesn't have to rhyme at all. It could just be how uniquely you look at that. And I think that's just on perspective. And I think that would help a lot of people open their mind if they change that perspective. Because I know a lot of
Yeah.
people who are like, yeah, poetry is just rhyming and like and as and I'm like, no.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for your time.